Hey folks, it's been such a very dry summer that, as you can see, a lot of these seed pods, they easily break, they're dried off. So I usually let them dry off on the plant. So even though it's the beginning of July, today's July 10th as I'm doing this, I can save these. I'm not sure what that stuff is. And then I can cold stratify the seeds. So this is how I harvest the seed pods. I take those out, and then later on I'll remove these seeds. And then I have a cup with a few in here, and I'll just be chucking them in there. So I see a bunch more. Now, when you look at this one here, it too is dry, but you look, this one's still green, so I'm not going to mess with that one. And this one here also still a little green. I'm going to let that dry on the plant. Now, it may not make a difference. I just like to be cautious, but I do peel off all the petals of that if I can break that. I try not to break this apart and spill any seeds as I'm harvesting them. So that's something you want to make sure of. But then a lot of these pictures which hung down, you can see this one's green over here, but then it comes up to a nice one that easily breaks loose. And that's what I like to see, when they break loose easily, because that is how I can ensure that the seeds are ready for harvest. Now, if you have a different method and you harvest them when they're still not fully dried up, please leave a comment to let me and other viewers know. Oh, there's some bugs on here too. And this way we can share our ideas and find better ways to do these as amateurs. But you see that one's still green. I'm going to leave it. Now let's check the other side. So looking at it from the other side, we have this one, and that's dry too. I don't typically pull these stems out until it's fully dead, just so I don't harm the plant. But you see this, I'm actually going to take it off camera because I don't want to spill the petals into the growing media. Now here's another one that I can harvest. And the ones on over there, this variety of hybrid actually seems to have flowered more profusely. There's one in the back. Oh, that's still, nope, it's dry at the very top. Okay, it seems to have flowered this year more profusely than this one here. And then check out this picture here. I'll raise the camera in a moment and show you, but I have this one here that I'm tackling at the moment. Okay, so I'm just checking to make sure I didn't miss any. And here's one, but it's not fully dry yet. Those two aren't fully dry. I'll leave them and harvest them later. So I may have two cold stratifications if I decide to cold stratify these before I harvest the other ones. So now let me show you this picture that I was referencing. So I'm not sure the exact hybrid variety, but this is a nice dark one. You can see it's, hybridized with a leucophila from the way the picture looks. But ain't she a beaut? Now in the ground in front of the pitcher plants, I have I think it's a Pinguicula primiflora. It's not too happy. I never seem to have good success with that variety of Pinguicula. And then here is a Dienia muscipula, Venus flytrap, and then a Drosera. I think it might be an intermedia, but I'm not sure by the leaves exactly, but you can see that it's starting to flower, which is kind of nice. So I've had to pour distilled water every afternoon, unless it rains, just to make sure these can stay alive over the dry summer. I have a rain barrel, and it looks like my method for removing this paint that was on the inside of the barrel that I made into a rain barrel is being removed. So hopefully next year I'll be able to have plenty of water for these to overcome the dryness. But for now, I'm having to buy distilled water. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video and found it inspiring on when to harvest the seeds for your Sarracenias. Thanks for watching and happy planting.